The wolves have finally done it. After chasing their prey across miles of deep snow, after burning precious energy in one of the coldest places on Earth, they've earned this meal. Nothing should be able to take it from them now. Not another wolf, not a lynx, not even a bear. Then, out of the swirling snow, a dark figure appears. Small, alone, completely fearless. It isn't much bigger than a medium-sized dog. Yet instead of avoiding the wolves, it walks directly toward them. One wolf raises its head. Another lets out a warning growl. The stranger doesn't stop. It growls back. Its thick fur rises. Its jaws open. Its eyes never leave the pack. For a few seconds, everything stands still. Then something happens that almost seems impossible. The wolves begin giving ground. Not because they're weaker, not because they're injured, but because standing their ground against this relentless challenger may cost more than the meal itself. How can a creature weighing less than 40 pounds challenge predators several times its size? Why have wildlife researchers, photographers, and trappers repeatedly witnessed wolves, and sometimes even bears, yielding a carcass to this fearless mammal? What secret allows such a small animal to survive in a world ruled by giants? The answer isn't found in its size, or even in its strength. It's hidden inside one of the most remarkable survival stories nature has ever written. Before this journey is over, you'll understand why the Wolverine has earned a reputation unlike almost any other animal in the frozen wilderness. The Wolverine lives where life itself struggles to exist. Across Alaska, northern Canada, Scandinavia, and Siberia, winter dominates nearly every part of the year. The air is so cold it burns exposed skin within minutes. Blizzards erase entire landscapes. Food can disappear for weeks. Most animals avoid places like this. The Wolverine depends on them. Every feature of its body has been shaped by thousands of years of surviving one of the harshest environments on Earth. At first glance, it doesn't look especially impressive. Its legs are short, its body is low to the ground, its ears are small, its thick brown fur makes it appear almost clumsy. But appearances can be dangerously misleading. Beneath that shaggy coat is a compact body, built almost entirely from muscle. Its broad paws spread across deep snow like natural snowshoes, allowing it to move where heavier predators struggle with every step. Its dense fur resists frost so effectively that ice rarely clings to it, even during violent snowstorms. While many animals seek shelter from the bitter cold, the Wolverine keeps moving, because it has no other choice. Unlike bears, it cannot sleep through winter. Unlike wolves, it has no pack to help it hunt. It survives alone. Every sunrise begins the same way. Find food, or risk starving. Its greatest hunting weapon isn't something you can see. It's its extraordinary sense of smell. Long after a snowstorm has buried every track, long after ravens have disappeared into the sky, the scent of a carcass still lingers beneath the snow. And somehow, the Wolverine finds it. Scientists have documented wolverines locating dead animals hidden beneath several feet of packed snow. To us, the landscape looks empty. To the Wolverine, it's filled with invisible trails waiting to be followed. That remarkable nose guides it across one of the largest territories of any mammal its size. A single male may roam hundreds of square miles, across frozen rivers, steep mountain passes, dense forests, and lonely valleys where almost no other large mammals dare to travel. It walks, and keeps walking, sometimes covering astonishing distances in just a few days, not because it wants to, because survival demands it. In the frozen north, death never goes unnoticed. The ravens find it first. Soon, foxes arrive, then wolves. By the time the larger predators finish feeding, very little remains. Most scavengers would leave. The Wolverine does the opposite. It patiently waits, watching from the shadows, listening, calculating. Only when the danger has passed does it step into the open. Its powerful jaws crush frozen tendons. Its teeth scrape every last piece of meat from the bones. Even thick hide and marrow become valuable food. Nothing is wasted, because the wolverine knows something every survivor of the Arctic understands. The next meal may not come tomorrow, or even next week. Instead of eating everything at once, it saves it. Chunks of meat are hidden beneath snow, tucked inside rocky crevices, or buried beneath fallen logs. The freezing temperatures preserve the food naturally, turning the Arctic into an enormous freezer. Weeks later, sometimes even months later, the wolverine returns, and its hidden meal is still waiting. It's a strategy built on patience, on planning, on preparing for a future no animal can predict. Its strength is astonishing. For its size, few mammals can match it. Powerful shoulders allow it to drag heavy pieces of meat over rugged terrain. Curved claws grip ice and rock with incredible precision. It climbs cliffs that seem impossible, crosses avalanche slopes, and squeezes through narrow gaps where much larger predators cannot follow. Every movement conserves energy. Every decision improves its chances of surviving another brutal winter. But none of these adaptations explain the mystery that has fascinated wildlife experts for generations. How can such a small predator sometimes walk toward a pack of wolves, or challenge a bear at a carcass, without turning around? The answer has nothing to do with being the biggest animal in the forest. It has everything to do with understanding something far more powerful than strength: risk. Every predator in the frozen north lives by one unwritten rule: never risk more than the reward is worth. That single rule decides who hunts, who survives, and sometimes who walks away. The wolverine seems to understand this better than almost any other animal. It doesn't survive because it's the strongest. It survives because it's willing to test the limits of every predator it encounters. Imagine spending hours chasing down an elk through deep snow. Your body is exhausted. You've finally eaten. Only scraps remain. Then, out of the trees, a wolverine appears. It doesn't creep forward. It doesn't wait for permission. It walks straight toward the wolves. Its fur stands on end, making it appear larger than it really is. A deep, raspy growl cuts through the icy air. The wolves answer with growls of their own. For a few tense moments, no one moves. Every animal is making the same calculation. Is this meal worth getting injured for? In the Arctic, even a small wound can become a death sentence. A torn muscle, a broken tooth, a deep cut from a claw. Any one of them could make hunting impossible, and an injured predator that cannot hunt doesn't survive for long. The wolverine knows this. It charges without hesitation, not because it's stronger than the wolves, but because absolute confidence can force hesitation. One wolf steps back, another circles carefully. The standoff lasts only seconds. Sometimes, the wolves stand their ground. Other times, after they've already eaten and only scraps remain, they simply move away. The prize is no longer worth the risk. The wolverine claims what is left, not through superior strength, but through relentless determination. This is why the wolverine has earned such a remarkable reputation across the frozen wilderness. It challenges animals that almost every other creature avoids. Not because it always wins, but because it's willing to try. Again, and again, and again. That fearless attitude doesn't stop with wolves. Sometimes, the animal standing over the carcass is something far larger. A grizzly bear, towering over the frozen landscape. Its powerful shoulders ripple beneath thick fur. Its jaws can crush massive bones. Its paws carry claws longer than a human hand. By every measure, the contest should already be over. Yet the wolverine keeps coming. It circles the bear, growling, snapping, charging forward before quickly darting away. The bear swings. Snow explodes into the air. The wolverine slips away, only to return again and again. Wildlife researchers have documented encounters where bears, particularly after they've already eaten, Simply abandon the remaining scraps, rather than continue dealing with the relentless harassment. Not because the bear fears the wolverine. A healthy bear could overpower one with ease, but because every fight carries a cost. If the remaining food isn't worth the effort, walking away becomes the smarter choice. That's one of the greatest misconceptions about the wolverine. It doesn't scare every wolf. It doesn't defeat every bear. Nature doesn't work that way. Sometimes the wolves keep their meal. Sometimes the bear refuses to move. Sometimes the wolverine is forced to retreat. But what makes this animal extraordinary is that it never allows failure to define the next encounter. Tomorrow, it will try again. Its confidence is matched by remarkable intelligence. Whenever it finds more food than it can eat, it hides the leftovers. Pieces of meat are buried beneath snow, hidden between rocks, or tucked beneath fallen trees. The freezing temperatures preserve the food naturally. Weeks later, sometimes months later, the wolverine returns with astonishing accuracy. Researchers believe these animals can remember the locations of food caches scattered across enormous territories. It's not simply surviving winter, it's preparing for the next challenge before it arrives. As the months pass, the weather becomes even more brutal. Blizzards bury entire valleys. Fresh snow hides every familiar landmark. Many animals stay sheltered until the storms pass. The wolverine keeps moving, across frozen rivers, over mountain ridges, through forests buried beneath ice. It seems almost unstoppable. Scientists tracking GPS-collared wolverines have been amazed by the distances they travel. Some have crossed hundreds of miles through mountains, forests, and frozen wilderness. They climb steep slopes, navigate dangerous avalanche zones, cross vast stretches of untouched snow, and somehow they keep going. But the greatest challenge of the wolverine's life isn't another predator. It isn't hunger, and it isn't even the freezing cold. Its greatest battle is surviving a wilderness that never gives second chances. The Arctic doesn't forgive mistakes. One wrong decision, one missed meal, one serious injury, and the story ends. Every sunrise brings another test. The wind howls across frozen mountains. The snow grows deeper. The temperature falls even lower. Yet somewhere in that endless white wilderness, a lone wolverine is already on the move. It walks for miles without seeing another living creature. Then suddenly, the wind carries a familiar scent. Food. Far ahead, hidden among the trees, lies the frozen remains of a moose. But the wolverine isn't the first to find it. A pack of wolves is already there. The wolves are hungry. The carcass won't last long. The wolverine slows, watching, waiting. Every movement is calculated. Charging in too early could mean certain death. Waiting too long could mean losing the meal forever. For several minutes, nothing happens. The wolves feed. Then, one by one, they begin to move away. Most have already eaten their fill. Only one wolf remains, guarding what little is left. The wolverine steps forward. Its body stiffens. Its fur rises. A low growl rolls through the frozen air. The wolf answers with one of its own. Neither animal looks away. The distance between them grows smaller. 10 feet, 8 feet, 5. The wolf lunges. The wolverine explodes sideways with astonishing speed. Before the wolf can react, the wolverine charges straight back. The confrontation lasts only seconds. The wolf pauses. It has a choice: risk an injury over a few remaining scraps, or leave. After one final stare, the wolf turns and disappears into the forest. The wolverine has earned another meal, not because it was stronger, but because it understood something every experienced predator learns. Sometimes, the safest victory is avoiding a fight that doesn't need to happen. That lesson echoes throughout the wilderness. Every predator constantly weighs the reward against the risk. Every decision is a calculation. Every encounter could change the course of its life. The wolverine has mastered that game. It survives not by dominating the Arctic, but by refusing to surrender to it. Its body carries the evidence of that life. Scars across its face, torn ears, worn claws. Each mark tells the story of a battle fought, a winter survived, another impossible challenge overcome. Perhaps that's why the Wolverine has inspired legends wherever it lives. To some indigenous peoples of the North, it has long been admired for its toughness, intelligence, and relentless spirit. To wildlife biologists, it remains one of the most fascinating mammals on Earth. And to the predators that share its frozen home, it's an opponent that can never be underestimated. So, why do wolves and bears sometimes give way to this single animal? Not because the Wolverine is the strongest creature in the wilderness, not because it's fearless without reason, but because it has perfected the art of persistence. It knows when to wait, it knows when to challenge, and it knows that in the wild, confidence, timing, and determination can sometimes accomplish what sheer strength cannot. The Wolverine reminds us that nature isn't ruled by size alone. The biggest animal doesn't always claim the greatest reward. Sometimes, the greatest survivor is simply the one that refuses to quit. Somewhere tonight, as another Arctic storm sweeps across the mountains, a lone Wolverine is disappearing into the snow, searching, hunting, enduring, ready to face whatever the wilderness throws at it next. And that is why this remarkable animal continues to earn the respect of everything that shares its frozen world. If you were amazed by the Wolverine's incredible survival story, wait until you discover the next animal that has evolved an even more unbelievable way to survive against impossible odds. Until then, remember, the wild is full of creatures that prove the impossible is often just another day in nature.